It's been a long time coming from the SC, South Carolina, baby. Sometimes it feels like the world is against me, 'cause I'm coming from SC, from heartache and pain, struggle and strain, trying to maintain for the SC. So mama, don't worry, I'ma make my dreams happen.
Hi guys, welcome back to TheNailJeanieSC. How are you? I hope you all are doing well and your family is doing well. So guys, jumping right into this video, welcome back to part 2 of my AMDMG dual turbine dust collector review. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and look at this adapter here. So this is a 48 watt adapter. 3C safety certification adapter, and we are going to go ahead and plug it in. As you guys can see, the cord is fairly long, and as I stated on the first video, we do have the name brand of this dust collector on the block of this adapter, so you don't have to worry about labeling it to know which adapter to use for what device. So I like that about this dust collector. So we're going to listen to this dust collector today. I'm going to show you guys this all metal cover and how good the support is. I'm also going to show you guys the safety protection settings on it, the one pause button function, and then this hexagonal pattern grid and round hole hollow. And that is magnetic. It's a magnetic cover with hidden sensory functions. Okay, so let's get into this. All right. So as you guys can see, this gorgeous hexagonal grid with the whole sensory in it, and as you guys can hear, it has a magnetic sensory. So this grill has to be on this dust collector in order for this dust collector to run. As you guys can see, it has the dual fans, and the fans actually has a screen protection over the dual fans, and I love that. So whenever you have those small particles going in, or the bigger pieces, whatever go through the, those fine particles can go through that filter sheet, you could just take it and wipe it off. Wipe it or brush it off with a nice soft dust brush, and yeah, clean it as new. Now it has these little sensory holes, guys, and I will be opening this grid back up to show you, and I'll show you about those little sensory holes there. But let's go ahead and turn this dust collector on so you guys can hear it. Alright, so you're going to just turn the button. It's like got a little click there. And this is when it's on level 5. And as you can see and hear, it has a powerful suction to it, guys. Now this dust collector does go all the way up to a 10,000 RPM. And that's at its max. Okay. So both dual fans are rotating at the same time. And I mean, it's just really pulling in that air. And I'm going to share with you guys on video number 3 how you can see the particles just pulling in onto the filter. Alright guys, it also has this pause button. So you can press that pause button when you are in the middle of, removing your product from your own hands, or if you deal with clients or deal with anybody else. You can push that pause button and it'll pause the dust collector at the speed that it's at. And then when you're ready to go back to picking it back up, you just hit that unpause button and it picks everything right back up. Now, I'm going to share with you guys the sensory function on here while the dust collector is on. So when you remove this grid, you can hear that sensory going off. If you can hear that button. So that's telling you that this grid is not in place and you don't hear the fans going anymore. And it's on. So that's a safety feature there. If you are using it and you remove these little grids, it's going to cut everything off. If the grid is not on the dust collector properly, it's not going to function either. It has to be completely on and touching each sensor in order for the dust collector to do what it's supposed to do. Okay? So guys, I love that about this dust collector as well. And I found that in many of the newer style dust collectors coming out now, they all have the sensory function, but I've never had a dust collector where it has this pause function. Now this is the first dust collector I have that have a pause function where I can pause it and pick up wherever I left off at. So I find that quite enjoyable. Okay, and all you have to do is spin it until you hear the click and it'll turn the dust collector completely off. Okay, so I love this about this dust collector. It's just so convenient and it's big enough where you don't have to. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm using a single dust collector, I have to like move that dust collector around once the filter kind of gets clogged up on one side. With this, I didn't have to move anything around. I was just able to just use it, and yeah, it just was sucking in with those two dual turbine fans. Okay, so I find that quite appealing as well. Alright guys, so we'll be back for part 3 to show you guys how this suction in. So guys, if you are liking this fan so far and you want to check it out and see how much it costs and if it'll be a good fit in your home, make sure to check out the description box below. Alright guys, I will see you all in my next video. Stay tuned. The deuces are flying in the air. Poof, the Nail Genie. She's out.